All right, Nate. Jared was saying that practice has been, just everyone's been a little bit more intentional this week. Have you felt that, kind of energy?
Yeah, I think you realize the situation you're in, and you focus as much as you can each week. And given the circumstances, it's heightened, and we're excited for this opportunity.
And last week, Cam Curl said that it felt like you guys were getting back to the brand of football that you guys want to play on defense. What went into making that happen in that last game?
Yeah, just our week of preparation was great. Start with the walkthroughs, and this time of year, it's so important, those walkthroughs, and reading your keys, communication, and kind of going back to the basics of that last week. And I'm excited to use that last week as a stepping stone to this week.
Obviously, that last Seattle game was a shootout. What can you take from that game to improve on again this week?
Yeah, the things we did well that game, the mistakes we made, stuff that we've improved since that game. We know, their game plan against us, and they know us well. We know them well. It's gonna be another great game, and just that our ability to finish this game, out on top, and learning from those mistakes, and how to, finish the game completely.
And what stands out most about this Seattle running game, and what do you think they're going to be missing without Zach Charbonnet?
Yeah, it starts with number 9, and he's a great back. Can do everything back there. He's got a great jump cut, great vision, good bounce runner. Definitely going to miss Charbonnet. They're a good 1-2 punch, but I can see them leaning on number 9 heavily, and getting him his touches. I think they're the best when they're at their best when they're running the ball. So it's going to be a good task for us to try to stop the run.
And what have you noticed about Sam Darnold, and just kind of his growth from maybe when you played him earlier in his career to now?
Yeah, I think he's getting better each week. More poise under there, and he's getting more experience as he's going along, seeing more looks, seeing more pressures, more disguises, and definitely improving as he's going on. And it's going to be a good battle.
And just as a leader on this team, this is obviously, probably one of the biggest games of your career. So what's, your message, or what is the things that you want to impart on the rest of the defense ahead of this one?
Yeah, just to play our game and treat it like another game. Obviously, it's big. It's got its implications, and it's a big moment for us, as a team, and, people living their dreams. But not trying to make the moment bigger than it is. We still got to go out there and play football. It's no different than week 1 of the season. Same game, and just more a bigger prize at the end. But trying to play the game is what it is, and just football at the end of the day.
All right. Obviously, Seattle's a big-time opponent. What have you learned from the first 2 matchups that you feel like you can take into this one?
Yeah, I mean, it's good. We know it's going to be a big game. Lumen's going to be rocking, and it's got to go out there and be ourselves, and really just do our game plan and be us.
And Seattle likes to play with a lot of lighter groupings, but they have a lot of defensive versatility. What makes them so successful defending the run out of those lighter groupings?
Yeah, I mean, they have a good front seven. They've been successful all year, and it's going to be a good matchup, and it has been a good matchup for the first 2 games. So just got to go out there and compete and do the best we can.
And what are the biggest strengths of that Seattle front?
Really, they just all play really well together. They have a lot of continuity between each guy, and they play off each other, and they kind of know what each other's going to do, and the backers do a good job of filling. So, like I said, it's going to be a good challenge, and we got to go out there and get after it.
And Sean and Matthew have talked about how the noise last week, played a factor, and how there can be better communication. So what have you guys done this week to ensure that the noise at Lemon Field doesn't affect the game as much?
Well, really just get back to basics and trust our communication going in our prep work each week, being able to go out there and get our nonverbal communication going, and just trusting each play and each guy's going to do their thing.
And what did it mean to get K-Dot back last week?
Yeah, it was awesome having Big Dot back. He brings an energy, he brings a juice, and he's our road grader, so it's fun having the big guy back, and I'm excited for this next game with him.
And everyone's talked about how you guys talk about the process and not the result or the potential rewards for it. So how do you and the line room really stay grounded in that mindset?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's something that kind of started back in OTAs, process of results, taking each day and building foundation, and just putting in the work so the outcome will be there. really it's just starts with practice, and it starts with each other and working together, and being able to feed off each other as an offensive line and play as one unit.
How much of an impact does it have when the entire O-line is healthy? I know Rob's back at practice, so what kind of impact does that make?
Yeah, I mean, really, it's great having everybody out there and being able to go out and practice, and just having the full room. We're a connected room. We're all friends and have a good time together, and being able to just communicate and play football and do something that we love.